Welcome back to the channel, and I hope you all are having a great day. So today I want to talk about cryptocurrencies, or some of the best cryptocurrencies you can buy for just $100, right? So $100 may not be a lot of money to some people, might be a lot of money to some people, right? To others. So um, the thing about investing in cryptocurrencies at this stage, they are offer a vast amount of opportunity. They are still considered, and so you first have to understand the two ideas of in investing, and the first being and so a lot of people make the mistake, I think, of coming early in cryptocurrency and confusing investing with an income fund, right? So what are some of the differences? So one of the first issues is within an income fund, it's probably going to be something you're going to be short term taking money out, probably every month. And that's what a lot of, especially new people, that's how they view it. And, unfortunately, that doesn't fall under the umbrella of investing. Investing is different, right? So with investing, serious investing, I would say you want to be able to lock those funds away for 6 months to a year. And these are something that's not going to take away from your livelihood, not going to keep you up at night, and so on and so forth. So if you're not at that stage yet, the best thing to do is, if you find yourself with an extra $100, put that away to be saved for an emergency fund. Probably something's going to come up. That $100 can be very useful there, right? You don't want to be investing that in something like cryptocurrency, although it can provide a lot of opportunity. You hear all these crazy stories about people putting in a few dollars and becoming millionaires, and that has happened, but that's probably not going to be normal, right? We're not meeting cryptocurrency millionaires every day like that. So uh, that's the first part to understanding about purchasing these cryptocurrencies with just $100, and hopefully it being a good situation for you, is to look at it as an investment and not an income fund, right? Um, and in every case, only invest what you can afford to lose. So this $100 should be disposable, right? Should be considered disposable income. Now, with all that out of the way, one of the first approaches is actually, you generally going to come down to two types of cryptocurrencies that are going to fall in this class of where you have a limited amount of capital to invest $100, and what's going to be the best move. So it's generally going to be two roads that get taken. The first road is going to be, you're going to go for typically what's going to be a overhyped coin with probably you know, uh, running on a lot of uh, marketing and attention, like what happened with Dogecoin, and then we got Shiba Inu next, right? It was kind of like another version of Dogecoin, and or the meme coins, right? So, and the problem with those is that when you're dealing with something like that, just run on hype and celebrity. A lot of Dogecoin value picked up based on the fact that Elon Musk was a big supporter of it, right? It was in the media a lot, and many of these things contributed to the success of Dogecoin. And Shiba was kind of like the solution to those who missed that Dogecoin move, right? The problem though is these are meme coins, right? And Dogecoin wasn't considered to be a good investment many years prior to that. It hardly did anything, hardly moved to most people, right? But when you only got $100 to come into this thing, you want the most bang for your buck you can get. In standard investing, if you get 8 to 10% out of the stock market a year, that's going to be considered good. On $100, that's only $8 to $10, right? If you get 30 to 40%, that's just astronomical and unheard of. Generally, in a year of at $30 to $40, right? These things are hardly going to change your life. So you're probably going to need that home run, right? And that's what most people are going to be looking for with that $100 investment. Now, the other move is the safe move where you don't want to lose and you want to invest in valuable cryptocurrencies, more solid, more top 10 related cryptocurrencies, right? And here's the problem with that. If you look at the percentages that these top 10 cryptocurrencies are moving in a day, like if you look at Bitcoin today, it's down 6%. And if you look at Ethereum, it's down 4%. Binance Coin is up 1.88%. And, none of them, this isn't right. Something at $100 is going to be very attractive when making money on $100, those type of returns, right? Or those type of losses, right? Losing 6% of your $100, or in this case with Bitcoin, over 8.29% loss today, losing that kind of money on your $100, that's getting, close to almost 10% of your whole investment, right? And that's the problem with these top 10 cryptocurrencies that might be a little bit more safe. You might not lose all your money, but it's not going to create a significant return for you more likely. Look at something like Bitcoin is trading around $54,000 today. If Bitcoin jumped over $100,000 today, it'd be crazy, right? People would celebrate in the streets. But on $100 investment, you'd only make $100. Nothing going to change your life, nothing like that. But you wouldn't lose the money. Still, it's probably not what you're hoping to get if you can only make $100 investment. So those are two categories where you generally go in, and those are going to be some of the problems with the projects. What's the third way to look at it? And now I'm going to take into some of the cryptocurrencies that I believe have the elements that are going to put your $100 investment in a better position, at least. Of course, there are no guarantees in this. All these projects, be prepared that you can lose the entire $100, or there could be large extended periods of times before you make any money. And that's going to be with every project. We don't know what's going to happen. We don't know if you're going to lose half your money overnight or whatever the case may be. But we're trying to set up here one of the best opportunities with the $100. And if you got, a lot of disposable income in cryptocurrency, you're looking for the next big thing, or you're looking for another place to put your money, you're probably going to be a lot more flexible to lose $100 or move $100. So this might be a very good idea for you as well. All right, so we're here on the BitcoinNYK.com site. The Bitcoin NYK it's basically like a fork of Bitcoin, but it has a Facebook like social media infrastructure tied into it, right? And the entire idea of it is to be more deflationary than Bitcoin, which I believe is what gives Bitcoin actual value. And the other part is to grow under Metcalfe's law into $1 trillion project like Facebook did. In other words, this is a mix of like Bitcoin and Facebook, and with the most important part being that imagine if you own Facebook, though, right? And you can move the valuable cryptocurrency around from profile to profile, so on and so forth. So this is what BitcoinNYK.com is based on, and it's in a very user-friendly system created this way in order to make it so people can adapt to it easy, use it easy, and you're basically able to grow the value of this network through the intention value, right? On average, it can probably cost $4 to $20 to onboard a person to a cryptocurrency. And with our freemium service model, just like you use many of these social media sites that have become very necessity to most of our businesses and lives now. Uh, Much like you can use it for free and onboarding comes, is big. This is what the Bitcoin NYK network is all about. Now, here's the thing about it as well. This is the important part with your $100. Due to its deflationary quality, and I'm going to get over to an exchange. The cryptocurrency is on. It's actually comprised of two coins. One is more like gold, and the other one is like the currency. But they work together in unison. They're essentially the same thing. One is backed by the other. they also have a promotional and advertising underlying value, which is something many cryptocurrencies aren't going to have because they don't have the infrastructure to do that. You look at something like the popularity of the meme coins like Shiba and Dogecoin, as we explained, these projects don't have, they're just meme coins. They don't have any structure. And so one can pop up the next day, the other ones can lose value the next day. They aren't useful to people in that sense. And that's why they don't, work very well as an investment, in my belief. And it's not something that's, going to be solid, as a long-term investment, I don't think. But now we're looking at the currency portion of what I believe to be the cryptocurrencies that are going to fulfill the best portions of your investments on just $100. You can see the currency itself is worth about $7.07. Now, as these are very early model projects and the network's growing, and until the network grows, there's not going to be a lot of liquidity. But that goes back to the beginning of what we were saying about, you know, don't confuse investment with income fund, right? Investment, you want to probably leave that $100 in 6 months to a year before you even consider taking a dime out. Income fund, you're day trading every day. You're, doing things like that, which generally result in more loss than things. So investment isn't about being anxious or desperate about money and how quickly you can recover it necessarily, but what are the long-term prospects of this, and how is this going to contribute to your financial future, right? And healthy investments, right? So as we explained the first part of that, right now Bitcoinnyk.com has over 15,000 accounts. At some point in the future, we believe it's going to be in the millions, and it might even see one of the first cryptocurrency projects to have over 1 billion users, and I could see that happening. Um, but what's so significant about the Bitcoin NYK backed dollar is that what it does is it basically, allows for uh, uh, the more of the stability of a currency that you're going to actually use, and that's because the supply can be control, release, supply, because it's based on the Bitcoin NYK token, right? Which is like the version of gold. So in other words, you can, as much versions of Bitcoin backed dollars can be produced as how many Bitcoin NYK cryptocurrencies there are. Right now, there's only about 10,000 in issuance, but there are nearly about 30 million Bitcoin NYK tokens. So it could conceivably get up to about 30 million at some point in the future. But in order to make it more stable, there are mechanisms in place that control it, right? And that's what makes it also a good investment, that the value of the buying power of DOT can grow over time, right? The other one we want to look at is the Bitcoin NYK token. We'll take you over there. Okay, now we're taking a look at the actual Bitcoin MYK token. This is the gold version, right? It's very deflationary. It's going to be more deflationary than Bitcoin, which we know through many cryptocurrency models. Generally, the lower the supply, in some cases, it becomes, especially if there's a network with the cryptocurrency that's ever growing, the more valuable the cryptocurrency can become. And Bitcoin MYK right now, you can pick up one for like a fractions of pennies, right? Like 0.0008, something like that, right? So just fractions and fractions of pennies. Um, and because of that, it's Bitcoin MYK has jumped in the past 10,000%, 100,000%. Now, here's the thing: imagine $100 worth of Bitcoin MYK. And I just want to be clear here in full disclosure. I am involved with the Bitcoin NYK project and the Bitcoin NYK. I'm one of the founders of it. So full disclosure in that I may be biased in promoting it, but there are practical reasons why I think it works with $100 very well. And some of those reasons are because it can make moves like that now, and it's deflationary quality, right? So in that, it's being able to be more deflationary than Bitcoin. Right now, it's about 30 million tokens, expected to drop around 5 million, right? And with the social network portion put in there relative to like how Facebook works, imagine a Facebook that the public owns and it becomes worth $1 trillion with cryptocurrency. They can move from wallet to wallet, from profile to profile, right? Um, these type projects have a lot of promising features, the social tokens, as it were, right? So it has that. It's not like Dogecoin or Shiba. It actually has a product people use, people join every day to. So as you can see, the buy and sell orders coming in. Imagine 5 years down the road, Bitcoin MYK jumps 100,000%, and you, which is very, very possible. It's done that before. Is in fact jumped like 300,000% from where it's at now. Imagine having $100 in here and it jumped 300,000%, right? Also, I think the good thing about Bitcoin MYK and the Bitcoin MYK back, that's already been in existence for many years, which means that for about 3 years now. So what that means is that if it was a scam or something like that, it probably would have went away already. It probably wouldn't be used and it's still going. And I think it makes a lot of sense to people, right? So that means $100 investment in this probably going to be around, right? Probably going to be around. Now, you can also earn it free, right? So I don't want the mistake to be made that it's necessary to buy it, right? You can earn it free, right? You can earn it just by using the social media, because if you really think about it, each social media account carries a certain amount of value. Some people estimate Facebook accounts can carry $200, $400 per account. Uh, every account profile carries a certain amount of value. You're worth a certain amount, right? Because of the promotion and advertising, so on and so forth. So that means, let's just say, for example, and then when you add financial services into it, you look at something like your bank. To your bank, a lot of people don't know this, but each bank account is worth on average about $2,000 to $4,000. So basically by getting a free account, you could be worth of north of $4,000 to value wise to the project, right? So imagine a free $4,000 potentially in your pocket just for joining the network, just for doing social media, talking to your friends, doing things you do every day anyway. And in several years, being able to cash out that $4,000, or even in a few months, right? We don't know, but that potential is there. And I think that's what makes this such a more better project than what we're getting with the meme coins that don't have any structure at all, right? Like this on this level. So if you have any questions or comments about this project, feel free to ask in the comment section. I am one of the founders of it, so I know a lot about it. Make sure you join today. It's absolutely free. You can start earning this cryptocurrency today, absolutely free. And but I think that's all I want to say in the video. If you have some suggestions as well for cryptocurrencies that could be purchased for just $100, let us know. But keep in mind, make sure that it's one that has a really good use case. That don't just put something up there that's cheap to buy or that's hyped up, celebrity endorsed. We need something that in the future is going to make sense to people, something that people can actually use and see the value in, and so on and so forth. But that's all I want to say in this video. Till next time, as always, take care of yourselves, take care of each other. Don't forget to join bitcoinnyk.com today. We'll leave links in the description. Till then, take care.